What's up, guys? James Miller here, coming at you with the Saving Seattle series, coming straight from the previous episode where we took it to Game 5, extra innings to take care of the Minnesota Twins, and I cannot believe how crazy this game was. So again, we lost Game 1 4-3, kind of on some OOTP BS. We lost Game 2 9-1, got absolutely destroyed. Lance Williams absolutely cooked Game 3. And then we finally turned it on. Bryce Elder cooked Game 4. And then after plenty of time, Julio Rodriguez finally hits another home run to walk it off. Series MVP goes to Julio Rodriguez. So thank God he took care of business. Next up, it looks like, let's go to the playoff tree. We need to advance one more day at least. We have our league championship series created. It is the Mariners versus the Yankees and the Reds versus the Diamondbacks. We know about the Reds. We don't know about the Diamondbacks, so let's learn about the Yankees. Runs scored 12th, so not that great of an offense. Third in batting average, 6 in OBP. Looks like they do an adequate job of getting on base. But yeah, they mostly are just really good at limiting home runs and limiting runs against. They have Franier Herrera, Ryan Nelson, William Bormy, and Tobias Myers as their 4 starting pitchers. They do have Johan Duran. They have Julian Merriweather. So really, Griffin Jacks as well. Did we trade? Yeah, we traded him. Who did we trade him for again? Was he part of the... Yeah, he was in the Corbin Carroll trade. So him and Corbin Carroll for Jason Dominguez, which Jason Dominguez has been terrible for us so far. But regardless, we just kind of have to deal with it. Looking at it, though, they don't have Max Fried. They don't have this other guy who's nothing. They don't have this guy. They don't have Walker Buehler. So they don't have a lot of their pitchers. But as long as they have Franier Herrera, they can be threatening. So without further ado, let's jump into Game 1 and see how we stack up. So have not adjusted any of the lineups. I really want Cole Young to have an everyday role. We're going to have Cole Young come in, play second base. Brooks Lee go to... Is Brooks Lee trained up at first base at all? No, he's not. Jose Ramirez is, though. So Jose Ramirez is going to play first. Brooks Lee is going to play third. Cole Young is going to come in and bat second. Julio Rodriguez was turning it around. Chandler Simpson also has been turning it around. But we have Trey Morgan ready to come off the bench. We have Cameron Decker ready to come off the bench. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to have Cameron Decker DH because let's just face it, he's better. We'll have James Wood ready to come off the bench whenever Jason Dominguez needs to come out. Trey Morgan ready to come off the bench whenever Jose Ramirez or Cal Riley or someone else needs to take a break. And then we have JT Realmuto ready to come off the bench as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I did not do a lineup versus lineup. Third base versus Royce Lewis. Yeah, it's going to be Royce Lewis. Cole Young at second base versus Tario Estrada. Cole Young. Center field versus center field. We take that all day, every day. Cal Riley versus Birazunia, whatever his name is. Soiger. Cal Riley wins. Decker versus Carroll. I'm going to give it to Decker because Decker has been better. Overall this year, 250 with 35 home runs versus 215 and 15 home runs. Yeah, not going to take that. First base, Jose Ramirez versus Jock Peterson. I'm taking Jose Ramirez. Second base at shortstop at Joey Ortiz versus Anthony Volpe. It's going to go to Volpe. Right field, Spencer Jones is obviously the better pick. And then left field, Chandler Simpson versus Brian Reynolds. I'm taking Chandler Simpson. So without further ado, Johnny Brito, let's risp. Perfect first inning. Risp. Corbin Carroll on second base. 3-2 count here to Jock Peterson. That is going to be a walk. Soiger, Bruizia, whatever his name is. 0-1 count here. Grounded to first base. On to first. That is going to be out number 3. Absolutely love it. And risp. And risp. And risp. And risp. And risp. All right, bottom of the 4th here. We have Cameron Decker up. We have Julio Rodriguez and Cal Riley on base. 1 out here for Cameron Decker. 2-0 count. That is going to be a fly ball into right field. That is going to be caught by Spencer Jones. No one else can tag up. Jose Ramirez, 0-1 count. That is going to be a pop-up on the infield. That is going to be caught by the first baseman, Jock Peterson. So 2 on, 1 out. We can't do anything with it, but we risp. Perfect. All right, now we have to actually start taking because we need to get into their bullpen. That's ball 1. Take again for Joey Ortiz. That's strike 1, swing away. 2-2 count here to Joey Ortiz. That is going to be swung on and missed for strike 3. Take pitch for Jason Dominguez. That is going to be strike 1, swing away. 0-2 count here to Jason Dominguez in his revenge game on to third base for out number 2. And Chandler Simpson's up to bat. Let's just give him an at-bat. 1-1 count here. He's going to put the ball in play. And if he puts the ball in play, he's dangerous, but not dangerous enough. Royce Lewis is able to get that, and that is going to be out number 3. Johnny Brito has been pitching great. We're going to let him go one more time through the lineup, potentially. For sure, at least these first 3 batters. Risp. All right. 3-2 count here. That is going to be a liner into the gap. That is going to be down for a base hit. That is going to be 1 run scored here. And runners on second. Man. Spencer Jones is up to bat. Brian Reynolds, Corbin Carroll. We are going to go ahead and go to the bullpen. We're going to go straight to Josh Hader. Let Josh Hader do his thing. 1-1 count here to Spencer Jones. That is going to be a liner into right field. Easy for Jason Dominguez, and Brian Reynolds is up to bat. 3-2 count here to Brian Reynolds. That is going to be a grounder to first base. Jose Ramirez is there, and that is going to be out number 3, but not before New York scores 1. Brooks Lee is up. We're going to take a pitch because he's only threw 70 pitches through 6. Strike 1. I mean, if he keeps throwing strikes, it's going to be tough. 2-1 count. That is going to be a liner into left field. That is going to get down in front of the left fielder for a base hit. That is going to be just a single. Cole Young is up to bat. I kind of want to bunt, but Cole Young's been hot, so we're going to take 1 pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. Strike 1. 3-2 count to Cole Young. That is going to be a fly ball into right field. That is going to be caught by Spencer Jones. Not much we could do about that, but it was a good, solid hit. Take pitch. Low with a fastball. That's ball 1. Take pitch. That looks like a strike. 3-2 count here to Julio Rodriguez. That is going to be a liner into center field. Pop up into center field. That is going to be caught for out number 2. Cal Riley is up to bat. We're just going to let him swing. 1-2 count. That is going to be a liner into center field. That is going to get over the head of the center fielder or down in front of the center fielder. I don't know at this point. That looks to be a double, rounding second. But, oh, he scores! Let's go! Oh, man. The camera work is great. 3-0 count here to Cameron Decker. That is going to be a walk. New pitcher. Jose Ramirez is up to bat against Griffin Jax. Let's see what we can do. First pitch swinging is Jose Ramirez. And first pitch grounded to the second baseman for... It gets away from Jock Peterson. That is going to be a 1-run error for sure. Oh, no. Tario Estrada way off the mark, allegedly. Wow. Wow. That's probably more on Jock Peterson than anything, but that is an unassisted, unearned run. Here we go. Strikeout for Joey Ortiz, but not before we make it hurt. Corbin Carroll and Jock Peterson are the next two batters, so we are going to let Josh Hader continue. No. We're going to go to Sam Hintage's RISP. That is going to be a grounder to the shortstop, Jose Ortiz. Joey Ortiz. What am I talking about? That is going to be out number 2. Tario Estrada is up to bat. That is going to be a fly ball into right field. That is going to get down for a base hit. Sam, not what we need right now. Tied game. He made up for it. Angel Ventura. Oh, do we stay or do we go? I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay with Sam Hinches. That is going to be a strikeout. Huge. 7th inning stretch. Jason Dominguez is up. Do we let Dominguez hit or do we go to James Wood? I think we go to James Wood. James Wood is in. 0-2 count. Yordi Herrera is in, of course. Strikeout. Chandler Simpson up to bat. 3-1 count. That's going to be a walk. Let's just go ahead and steal second. Not a chance. Brooks Lee is up to bat. Cole Young is up to bat now against Yordi Herrera. We're going to take a pitch because he hasn't been pitching well. Ball 1. We're going to take until we get a strike. Strike. Should have been a ball. We're going to take until we get 2 strikes. And we have 2 strikes. 1-2 count here. That is going to be a liner into left field. That is going to get down in front of him. That is going to let Chandler Simpson only get to third. Julio Rodriguez is up to bat. 0-2 count to Julio. Base hit, scores a run. That is going to be into the gap. That is going to get down for at least a double. That is going to score 2 for sure. Maybe 3. Absolutely huge. That throw gets away. That is a bases clearing double with an extra. Wow. Give me the sauce, man. Oh, Julio. Huge hit. We are now winning 5-2. Big dumper comes up. Can't do much with that. That is going to be out number 2 by Jock Peterson. Cameron Decker's up to bat. 1-2 count here to Cameron Decker. That is going to be strikeout number 3 for out number 3. But through 7. All right, so James Wood's going to slot over to left field. Chandler Simpson's going to be in right field. I'm going to go ahead and move Trey Morgan in at... No, I'm not going to move Trey Morgan in anywhere. Sam Hinches is still in. We're going to move to Devin Williams. And we RISP. Beautiful. And we RISP. Oh, we're just hitting still. Brooks Lee. 0-2 count. That is going to be a strikeout. But not before. Hey, it is the 9th inning. We are going to turn the ball over to Gregory Soto. And we're going to RISP. And that's ball game. Hey. Huge 7th, huge 6th and 7th is all that we need to win this ball game. And just like that, we are up 1-0 against the New York Yankees. Huge for us. Let's go ahead and play ball here. In fact, Jason Dominguez is not going to get the start. We're going to let Chandler Simpson start in left. Brooks Lee, we have a righty coming up. Brooks Lee has to play. We have to find a place for Brooks Lee to play. Cal Riley is coming in for JT Realmuto. Jose Ramirez just has not done good. Who does he come in for? Honestly. I'm going to give Brooks Lee a break. No, I can't give Brooks Lee a break. I bring him in for Jose Ramirez. I bring Jose Ramirez in for Trey Morgan. And we have Trey Morgan ready to come off the bench if worst comes to worst. Lance Williams on to the bump for us today. Let's see what he can do. Good, clean first inning. We give a home run to Corbin Carroll. Cameron Decker and Jose Ramirez are on for Cal Riley. 1-2 count here to Cal Riley. That is going to be a pop-up deep in the left center field. That is going back. That's at the wall. That's going to clear it. And Big Dumper just took a big dump out into left center field against William Bormy. Absolutely love it. He said, give me that. I'm hitting this. Woo! Look at that. 3-1 here after 2. All right, Lance. Hey, just cruise. Just cruise. Nope. Shouldn't have done that. Cameron Decker up to bat now. 4-3 is the score. Julio Rodriguez on second base. That is going to be ball 4. James Wood is up to bat. James Wood in a 2-1 count. That is going to be grounded to the first baseman, Jock Peterson. On to first. Is safe? James Wood's got that speed. He does have speed. Love it. And Jose Ramirez. What can you do? 2-1 count here to Jose. That is going to be a liner into left field. That is going to be deep enough for Julio Rodriguez to score from third base. That is going to tie the game here in the bottom of the third. And Cal Riley is up to bat here with 2 outs. Already has 1 homer on the day. Can he hit another one? No, but he can hit a grounder to the second baseman, Tario Estrada, who makes an incredible diving play and gets, wow. Wow. Great play. Lance is done. Lance is done. Ian Lowry is not available to pitch. Ready. We're going to go ahead and already turn this ball over to Christian Little. No, Jack Leiter. We're going to go to Jack Leiter. Risp. Beautiful. Risp. Joey Ortiz on second base here for Chandler Simpson. Do we bunt for Chandler Simpson? No, we don't. We give him an at-bat. 1-1 count here. That is going to be a grounder to the shortstop. On to first base. That is going to be out number 1. Cole Young is up to bat. 2-2 count. That is going to be a liner into center field. That is going to get over the head, and that is going to score another one. Cole Young is going to be on to second base. That is going to be an RBI double here for Cole Young. Brooks Lee is now up to bat. Let's see what Brooks Lee can do. 2-2 count again to Brooks Lee. Griffin Jacks is now on to pitch. Let's see what we can do. That is going to be a strikeout. Julio Rodriguez is up to bat. 1-0 count. That is going to be a liner into left field. That is going to be out number 3. But not before your Seattle Mariners go up on the Yankees. Jack Leiter is still in to play the game. Let's see. Boom. Done. Griffin Jacks. Who did it? Kyle Riley is getting hot at the right time. Bam. Clark Schmidt in the game. They just waved the white flag, but game is not over. Lefty, righty. We are going to go to... Do we go to Christian Little, or do we we're going to let Jack Leiter go one more Risp. Beautiful. Now we go to... Now we go to Nick Green. Risp. Beautiful. Risp. Jose Ramirez is up. We are going to let Trey Morgan come in and hit for Jose Ramirez and play first base. It's just a better defensive substitution. 2-2 count here for Trey Morgan. Let's see what he can do. And he strikes out. Cal Riley up to bat. 2-1 count here to Cal. That is going to be a liner to the second baseman. But hey, we are up 7-4. We have our defense out there. Actually, we are also going to sub in Jason Dominguez. He's going to go into play right. Chandler Simpson's going to go play left. JT Realmuto is the only one that we can also call in if we need it. Lefties. Lots of lefties up this inning. Let's go to Guan Pei Zhao. Risp. Beautiful. Risp. Fine. Righties. Do we go Christian Little? Let's go Christian Little. Risp. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. We are up 2-0 now on the New York Yankees. Absolutely huge. And it looks like the Reds are potentially up on whatchamacallit as well. Bryce Elder is the guy who's going to get the ball today for us. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Looking at our lineups as well, Jose Ramirez playing third. We need to get Brooks Lee. Does Brooks Lee play first? I think I've asked that 20 times. Brooks Lee's going to play third. You're going to play first. Cameron Decker there. Chandler Simpson and right. James Wood there. Boom, boom, boom. JT Realmuto is not playing because Cal Riley's getting hot, and don't let this man get hot. Boom, 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 boom. All right. We're good to go there. In fact, I'm actually going to do this. Let's do it. Start game. Ryan Nelson is pitching for the Yankees, and we risp. Nothing. Risp. Bryce Elder gets through it clean. And we risp, and we risp. 2 on here for Jock Peterson. 3-2 count for Bryce Elder. That is going to be a liner into center field. That is going to be caught by Julio. They may get to third base, but they don't. Sawyer Briziella, whatever his name is. 2-2 count. Strikeout. Bryce Elder. Tario Estrada's up to bat. And that is a fly ball into right field. That looks deep. That is going to be caught at the track. Oh my goodness. I am scared for my life and well-being. Risp. And risp. Half inning. They score 1. Risp. Risp. All right. Ryan Nelson, we need to get you out of this game. Ball 1. Ball 2. Should have been a strike. Strike 1. Swing away. 3-1 count here. That is going to be a liner into center field. That looks like it's going to hang up just enough to get caught. That is going to be out number 1. James Wood is up to bat. Come on, James. Come on. We share the same name. Same first name. Get on base. Hit a homer. Hit a 5-run homer with no one on base. You know what I mean. We take a walk. We just steal second. No good hold. Catcher arm's not that good. And, of course, no good hold. Catcher has a bad arm, and they just nail him. Risp. So frustrating. We're letting him go until a runner gets on second base. 2-2 count here. That is going to be a strikeout. 2-2 count here. That is going to be a liner into center field. That is going to be down for a base hit. All right. Royce Lewis is up to bat. 1-1 count. Snap throw to first. Not back in time. 3-2 count here. That is going to be a liner into left field. James Wood is over there, and he catches it. That is going to be out number 2. And we are going to let you pitch to Spencer Jones, but I'm not happy about it. 0-2 count, or 2-0 count, grounder to Joey Ortiz, and we get through it. We are being no hit through 5. We need to figure Ryan Nelson out. We're going to take 1 pitch. And we're going to take until we get a strike. We're getting him out of this game. He's already at 76 pitches. His stuff's not as sharp. We've seen him enough. Let's go swing. 3-1 count here to Jose Ramirez. That's going to be caught. Just a lot of weak contact. All right, Joey Ortiz. And we take strike. Just try something. Swing away. 3-2 count. Ball 4. Huge Joey. Chandler Simpson is up to bat. We're going to take 1 pitch. Swing away. 3-2 count. That is going to be a grounder to the pitcher. On to second for 1. You are not getting Chandler Simpson. We just steal second with Chandler Simpson. He gets on first base. It's so easy to just go like, yep, nope, you're there. Cole Young, runner in scoring position. We're going to take another pitch. And we're going to take another pitch. And we're going to swing away. 2-2 count. That is going to be a liner into the gap. Chandler Simpson's easily going to score. Cole Young is going to be on second base with a double. Absolutely huge. And we have broken the no-hitter. We have broken the shutout. And we are in this game 1-1. Tyler McGill is on to pitch now. 1-2 count to Julio Rodriguez. Let's see what we can do. That is a strikeout. But not before we tie it up. And we are going straight to the bullpen. We have switch hitter, lefty-lefty. We are going to go to Jesus Luzardo. Risp. Beautiful. Risp. Brooks Lee. Atta baby Brooks Lee. Oh my goodness. Hitting a double. Jose Ramirez is up to bat. 1-1 count. That is going to be a grounder to the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. That is going to be on to first base to retire the side, but not before we pick up a run on 2 hits with no errors. Absolutely huge. Jesus Luzardo is still in this game. We go to the bullpen. We go to Christian Little. No, we go to Nick Green. Risp. Shoving. And I mean, we just risp. Yeah, Joey Ortiz. We're going to bunt with Chandler Simpson. Bunt him over to the third. Swing away. That is going to be a grounder up the middle. Gets through past Volpe. That is going to be not enough to score 1. But I mean, we're just going to steal second base with Chandler Simpson. Safe. All right. Second and third here for Cole Young. 0-2 count. That is going to be a grounder. Line drive back at Tario Estrada. That is going to be out number 1. Julio Rodriguez is up to bat. 1-0 count. Just a little slap single scores 2. That is going to be that little slap single I was talking about. 1 run comes around. Second run coming to the plate. Chandler Simpson in there standing up. And that is going to be 4 runs. Risp. And do we just let Nick Green cook? Do we just let him cook? The answer is no. The answer is no. We go to Ian Lowry, and we hope Ian Lowry can take care of the rest of the game. We risp. Yikes. Spencer Jones hits a homer. Risp. And we go to the bullpen. We go to Devin Williams. Yeah, we go to Christian Little. 1-1 count here. Runners on first and third. No one out. With Thomas Sagasi. Looks like he just bunted. No, he swung. And apparently he is just as fast as Chandler Simpson. Hey, we have bases loaded. 3-2 count here for Christian Little. Strike him out. Samuel Basayo is up. We can't go to the bullpen, yes? Yeah, we can't go to the bullpen. 3-1 count. Oh, please tell me he pops it up. Yes! Oh, my goodness. Christian Little. Last chance is Angel Ventura. 2-1 count. Plunks him. No. And it is tied. Anthony Volpe is up to bat. 1-2 count from Christian Little. And that is going to be a fly ball into left field. But in the 8th, it is a 0-0 ball game, if you know what I mean. 3 runs on 3 hits. Man, Lowry just could not get it done. James Wood is up to bat. 1-2 count against Yohan Duran. Yohan Duran is very good, but has blown 3 saves. So let's hope he makes it a 4th. James Wood runs it out, but not in time. That is going to be out number 1. Brooks Lee is up to bat. 1-0 count. Let's see if Brooks Lee can get himself on base. That is going to be a fly ball into left field. That is going to be caught for out number 2. Jose Ramirez is up to bat. 2-1 count here for Jose. That is going to be a liner at the pitcher. That is going to be caught. That is tough. All right. Because Jose Ramirez batted last, we're going to have Trey Morgan come in here. We are going to have Jason Dominguez come in for James Wood. He is going to go play right field. Chandler Simpson's going to go play left field. All right. Bullpen. We are going to Sam. Have to go to Sam. Risp. All right, Yohan Duran. Everyone is taking first pitch. Strike 1. Swing away. 2-2 count here. That is going to be a grounder to the third baseman on to first base. Caught. Out number 1. Chandler Simpson is up to bat. We are going to just take 1 pitch because we need to get his pitch count up. Swing away. Jumping on the second pitch here. That is going to be a liner into center field. That is going to be caught. Oh, shoot. It looked like he caught it. I'm stupid. Chandler Simpson has himself a double. Cole Young is up to bat. 1-2 count here for Cole Young. That is going to be a strikeout. 1-1 count here to Julio. That is going to be a grounder to the shortstop, Anthony Volpe, onto first base. Just in time. Yep, just in time. Oh, man. Sam did go on 5 pitches. I'm going to go batter by batter. Swung on, hit in the left field. That is going to get down in the corner. Of course, Corbin Carroll comes back to bite us in the butt. I'm going to stay with Sam. I have to. Grounded to short. Out. Yep, just walk him. Just walk him. Bo Bichette, pinch hitting. 2-2 count. That is going to be a grounder to first. Coming home with it, not in time. Why are we going home with it? We go to second, go to first. Go to second, go to first. And we drop 1 game in extras. Cool. Players promoted from the international complex. International amateur free agents are revealed. I'm going to go deal with that, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back, and we have J.R. Ritchie going versus Tobias Myers. We need to win this one because their big guy is pitching in Game 5. So we need to win Game 4. If we go up 3-1 here, we are going to be in a very, very good place. We're going to have Brooks Lee come in over Jose Ramirez. We're going to let Trey Morgan swing this game. Cal Riley is not getting out of this lineup over my dead body. Chandler Simpson's going to come in and play right because Chandler Simpson has been playing a phenomenal right field. James Woods is going to stay in the left. Trey Morgan, yep. Cal Riley's coming up. Cameron Decker, fine. Cole Young, Brooks Lee, Julio Rodriguez, Cameron Decker, Cal Riley. Yep, that's good for me. Let's go ahead and jump into this game. And let's go ahead and risp. Nothing doing. All right. 18 pitches in the first inning, though. I cannot be mad at that. So risp again. James Wood, Trey Morgan on base. Looks like 2 walks here. Joey Ortiz is up to bat. We are going to take a pitch. And he gets a strike. 1-1 count here to Joey Ortiz. That is going to be a liner into right field. Spencer Jones is there for the fly out. That is going to be out number 2. Chandler Simpson up to bat. 0-2 count here. Just put the bat on ball. But he doesn't. That's going to be a strikeout. And we risp. 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 And we start taking pitches. Clark Schmidt is already in the game. Okay. Yeah. If we can get through Clark Schmidt, we're good. Swing away, Trey. 1-2. That's going to be a strikeout. Trey Morgan has been terrible. Joey Ortiz, take pitch. Low ball 1. Take pitch. Strike 1. Swing away. 1-2 count here to Joey Ortiz. That is going to be a liner into right field, or pop up into right field. That is going to be caught for out number 2. Chandler Simpson is up for Yordi Herrera. All right, they're already going to the bullpen. It's a bullpen game for New York. That is going to be a ground out to the second baseman for Chandler Simpson. That is going to be out number 3. Johnny Brito has 45 pitches. We risp. Perfect. Cole Young is up. We're going to take 1 pitch. Swing away. 0-1 count. Cole Young slaps it into left field. That is going to be the second hit of the ball game for Seattle and the third hit overall. Cole Young absolutely needed that. Dean Kramer is pitching now. I don't know why they're going to Dean Kramer. We have Brooks Lee up to bat. We have a bunch of switch hitters coming up. Well, switch, right, switch, left, right. That is going to be strike 1. All right. 2-2 count here to Brooks Lee. That is going to be a grounder to the first baseman. Out at first. Double play. Wow. Okay. And we risp. Julio Rodriguez with a go-ahead home run here in the top of the 6th. I knew it was coming, but if I would have stayed there and watched it, wouldn't have happened. Not as sweet, but hitting 100-mile-an-hour fastball deep. 100. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And we risp. J.R. Ritchie, 61 pitches in. We risp. And we risp. Trey Morgan, second base. Looks like he stole second. 3-1 count here to Ortiz. Now, do I let Chandler Simpson hit? Or do I pinch hit for him with Jason Dominguez? I'm going to stick with Chandler Simpson. 1-0 count. Come on, Chandler. That is going to be a grounder to Jock Peterson at first. That is going to be out, number 3. J.R. Ritchie's at 76 pitches. Going through the heart of the order. I'm going to risp. Beautiful. Risp. Now, we definitely are turning over to the bullpen now. No, we're going to let him cook. 3-2 count here to Jock Peterson. That is going to be a pop-up on the infield. That is going to be out, number 1. Count. That is going to be a fly ball into left field. James Wood is there. James Wood catches it, and that is going to be out, number 2. Tario Estrada here. 100th pitch of the game. Last batter. That. Strikeout. Ritchie loves it. All curveballs and changeups, just giving them junk. And, I mean, we just risp. Chandler Simpson up to bat. Let him cook again. Let's hope. Grounder to shortstop, on to second for the out. All right. It is the top of their lineup. We are going to go with Devin Williams here in the 9th. Risp. Angel Ventura with a leadoff double. 1-1 count here. That is going to be a liner into the gap. That is going to score 1. Why is it that whenever we put... I don't get it. I don't get it. Devin. He just came in and absolutely... All right. I mean, we're going to Gregory Soto now. 2-2 count. And the one thing that we didn't need was extras, and it looks like we're either losing this game or going to extras. So I hope we get extras at this point. Brian Reynolds jumping on the second pitch. That is going to be a pop-up to Julio Rodriguez. That is going to be out number 2. Advancing 90 feet away is Anthony Volpe. Corbin Carroll is up to bat. 2-2 count. And that is going to be a strikeout. And again, we go to extras for I don't know how many times here. Yohan Duran is up. Yikes. Plunked him. Brooks Lee is up. We're not going to sack bunt. They're ready for it. 1-0 count here. That is going to be a pop-up on the infield. And that does absolutely nothing for us. So that is going to be out number 1. Julio Rodriguez is up to bat. 1-2 count for Julio. That is going to be a strikeout. Cameron Decker is up to bat. Jumping on the first pitch here. That is going to be a pop-up into right field. That is going to get caught. Thought for a second that there was a chance. Gregory Soto has 14 pitches, so we're going to just risp. Gregory Soto is injured. Please make a substitution. How is he injured? Shoulder. Yikes. We're going to put in Nick Green. And risp. What happened? What happened? Samuel Basayo pinch hit, home run. 2 10th inning losses. Well, we got to keep going. 3 days, mild shoulder strain. There's no one else that I can really call up. If we look for players eligible, I mean, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go ahead and jump into the next game. And this is a must-win for us. This is a must-win for us. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. Cole Young is out of this game. We're going to just go half inning. Half inning. We scored 2. How did we score 2? So let's see. Brooks Lee hits a double. Joey Ortiz scores. Chandler Simpson hits a single. Joey Ortiz double. Single. Chandler Simpson. Runner tries. Safe. No throw. So Brooks Lee 2-run double. Huge. Risp. And risp. Cameron Decker finally hits a homer. Risp. All right, Chandler Simpson is up to bat. Jason Dominguez got on base. Huge. 3-1 count here. Chandler Simpson. That is going to be a grounder to the second baseman. On to shortstop for 1. On to first for 2. That is going to be a double play. That's something that Chandler Simpson doesn't do too often. Risp. Risp. All right, Julio Rodriguez on for big dumper. 3-2 count. That is going to be ball 4. Cameron Decker up to bat. That is going to be a pop-up into center field, right at him. That is going to be out number 3. Johnny Brito getting fatigued. Really don't care. Yes. Johnny Brito, you got to get this last guy out. 2-2 count. All right, Johnny, you're done. Appreciate you, boss, but you're done. All right, Anthony Volpe is in, so we are going to go to the bullpen here. I mean, do we just go Christian Little? Yeah, we go Christian Little, and then we have Jesus Luzardo come in. 1-2 count here. Strike him out. Huge. Let's go. And we risp. All right. Go to Jesus Luzardo. Risp. Beautiful. Risp. Brooks Lee. Griffin Jacks. Jose Ramirez. Let's just start saying names. Come on. Hitless with a pair of strikeouts. Make that 3 strikeouts. Yeah, lousy day for Ramirez at the plate. So lousy, in fact, that we are going to have Cole Young come in here. Cole Young is going to play third base, or Cole Young is going to go play second base. Brooks Lee is going to slot over to third base because that's just unacceptable at this part of the season. Julio Rodriguez 0-2 count. That is going to get away from the catcher. Knew it was going to happen sometime. And Julio Rodriguez, I'm hitting the wrong thing. 1-2 count to Julio. Double on his last at-bat, but strikes out in this at-bat. Nasty slider, allegedly. All right, Jesus Luzardo going one more inning for us. Risp. Beautiful. Risp. Cal Riley. Big dumper. I could kiss you right now. Risp. 2 on here for Jason Dominguez. We are going to let Jason Dominguez hit. That is going to be a pop-up. Dominguez has been terrible. But hopefully it's just one of those things that he needs just a little bit of settling. We could call in Trey Morgan, but we're going to let Chandler Simpson swing. That is going to be a grounder to second. On to first. Out number 3. The sides are tired. Jesus Luzardo is not going one more. We are going to turn this game over to Jack Leiter and risp. Half inning. Risp. Risp. 36 pitches. We're going to go one more at bat from sure. Yeah, he's done now. Let's look. We have... Oh, I don't want to go there. I want to look here. So, I don't want to go any of these guys. Sam DeCio just came in. I think I just go... Zhao. I'm going to go Zhao. 1-2 count here to Zhao for Samuel DeCio. The home run king last night. That is going to be a grounder to second. On to short for 1. On to first. That will win us the ball game. And just like that, Seattle is up 3-2. And we just need one more game. In fact, we're going to go to a 2-man rotation, starting with Lance Williams. We have Lance Williams and Bryce Elder. Bryce Elder pitched 2 days ago. So rest up, Buttercup. Because Lance is 100% rested. Bryce pitched 4 days ago. He's still slightly tired. Lance, we need you to go deep. Gregory Soto probably shouldn't pitch today. So let's hope he does not have to pitch today. And let's get after this new game. We're at home. We're at the Fortress. Brooks Lee is just coming in here. Jose Ramirez can't be trusted to play. Chandler Simpson's coming in there. He can't be trusted to play. Cal Riley is coming in here. Boom, boom, boom. Lance, come on. Risp. Beautiful. Risp. Risp. No. Risp. Yikes. Risp. Okay. Shoot. Royce Lewis hit a homer. All right, okay, we got to take pitches. We're through 4 innings, and he's only pitched 22 pitches. Yeah, we got to take a lot of pitches here. 3-2 count. Walk. Huge. Brooks Lee, take pitch. Strike. Pop up. If we can get him, let's see where we're at pitch-wise. He's at 29 pitches. If we can get him to 40 pitches after this inning, I'll be very happy. Take pitch. Strike. We're going to take another pitch. Strike 2. 0-2. Strikeout. I mean, if he's going to do that, it's going to be tough. 1-2 count. That is going to be a pop-up into shallow center field. That is going to be caught. So Bormy looks absolutely untouchable right now. Lance Williams has given up 2 hits. They both happen to be long balls. So unfortunate nonetheless. But all right, let's take a pitch. Let's get above 50 pitches this inning. Ball 1. Strike 1. Swing away. 1-1 count. Cameron Decker puts Did Cameron Decker upper decky it? Cameron Decker got a hold of one, and we are on the board. Finally. 399 feet, home run. Seattle gets our first hit, breaks the shutout. Awesome. Take a pitch. Ball 1. Take a pitch. Ball 2. Take a pitch. Come on, James. Ball 3. Take a pitch. Walked him. Trey Morgan, take a pitch. Strike 1. Bunt. Beautiful. Beautiful bunt. Beautiful. Awesome. Huge. So, second base, we have James Wood. Joey Ortiz is up to bat. Take pitch. Runner in scoring position. Less than 2 outs. All you're doing is trying to find a ball through the infield. 2-2 count to Joey Ortiz. That is going to be a grounder to the third baseman. Gets James Woods over to third base, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for Simpson. We're going to let Simpson take a pitch. That's going to be a strike. Swing away. 2-2 count. That is going to be a strikeout. But now before we score 1 and put a lot of pitches on that pitch count. Lance Williams is up to 70 pitches. We're going to go batter by batter, all right? Estrada's in the batter's box, jumps on the first pitch. That's going to be a liner into center field. Not good. Angel Ventura's up, 0-2 count. That's a strikeout. Huge. That is going to be a grounder to second base, onto second for 1, onto first. That's going to be an out. Lance Williams getting that double play to get out of the 6th inning. That's huge for us. Cole Young is up to bat. We're up to 60 pitches now. Let's get him up to 75 after this inning. Way inside on a slider. Let's see. 1-0 count. Inside. Take it until we get a strike here again. Ball 3. Take a pitch. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk. We're going to take a pitch. Strike. 2-2 count. Grounded to second base, on to second for 1, on to first for 2. That is going to be exactly what the doctor ordered for them. Julio, we're just going to let you swing. 2-1 count here to Julio. That is going to be a pop-up into right field. Spencer Jones is going to be there. That is going to be out number 3. Through 6, it is 2-1 New York. 4 total hits in the game, 3 total runs. Everything coming off the long ball. And again, we're going to go batter by batter. 3-1 count here for Royce Lewis. That's going to be a grounder to first. Lance covers. That is going to be out number 1. Spencer Jones is up to bat. Spencer Jones already today, I think. No, Spencer Jones has nothing so far today. 1-1 count here to Spencer. That is going to be hit into center field. That is going to be caught by Julio Rodriguez. Great job, Julio. Anthony Volpe is up to bat. 3-0 count. Ball 4. Corbin Carroll is up. I'm going to give Lance this one last batter. 2-0 count. That is going to be a grounder through the left field, through to the right field. Oh, man. Now, do we go ahead? Yeah, we have to pull him. Jock Peterson. And we are going to go for Josh Hader. 2-2 count here against Jock Peterson. That is going to be a pop-up into left field. Chandler Simpson ranges over, and that is going to be... Oh, James Wood ranges over, and that will be an out. All right. Cal Riley up to bat. Ball 1. Ball 2. Strike 1. 2-2 count here to Big Dumper. That is going to be a strikeout. Cameron Decker. 2-2 count. Strikeout. James Wood. What you going to do? 2-2. Pop up. I think we've chased him from the game potentially. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. 3 righties up this inning. I'm going to let Josh Hader pitch for 1 at least. That is going to be a line drive way deep in the left field. I think that's going to be a homer. Yeah. Oh, no. Home run. And I think that is going to be ball game for us. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. Johan Duran coming in the 8th inning. We're going to take a pitch here. Bottom of our lineup's job is to run the pitch count up on Johan Duran. We're taking until we get 2 strikes even. Trey, 3-2 count. Ball 4. Joey Ortiz is up to bat. We're going to take 1 pitch. He held up. He's supposed to be taking. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop. No, we're not. We can't drop a bunt. We're going to take another pitch. Ball 2. Take another pitch. Strike. Take another pitch. Ball 3. Take another pitch. Strike. Swing away. 3-2 count. Joey Ortiz grounded to second. Only can play is at first base. So same deal as a bunt. Take a pitch. A 1 count here. That is going to be a liner at the second baseman, out number 2. Cole Young is up to bat. We're going to take a pitch. Strike. 3-2 count to Cole Young. That is going to be ball 4. Brooks Lee is up to bat. Take a pitch. Ball 1. Take a pitch. Ball 2. Take a pitch. Strike 1. 2-2 count here to Brooks Lee. That is going to be a pop-up on the infield. But we may have killed Johan Duran for the 9th inning. We are going to go ahead and put in Zhao for this last inning. Save Hedges. Save all of our big guys for the next games. And we risp. Beautiful. Julian Merriweather is on the pitch. 3-2 count to Julio Rodriguez. Walk would be huge. Base hit would be huge. That is a liner into right field. That is going to get down in front of Spencer Jones. That is going to be a lead-off double here in the bottom of the 9th. Second hit of the entire game is going to be by Julio Rodriguez. Cal Riley is up to bat. 11 pitch first at bat. 3-2 count here to Cal Riley. That is going to be a pop-up into shallow left field. That is not going to get it done. That is going to be out number 1. Oh, 17 pitches so far here. Cameron Decker is up to bat. 1-0 count. Homered already earlier today. That is going to be a liner into center field. That is just going to hang up. That is going to be out number 2. Oh, James Woods, please. First pitch swinging. Liner at Anthony Volpe. And we will be going to a game 7. And I'm glad I saved all of my big pitchers. See, if we had an injury for Nestor Cafe. And we're going to go ahead and activate. Sorry for the sneeze. Game 7. What's our starting lineup looking like? Brooks Lee. Chandler Simpson. Cal Riley. We just move everyone up. You know what? No, we're going to run with Jason Dominguez and right for this one. Bryce Elder is on the bump for us versus Ryan Nelson for them. And it is do or die today, boys. It is do or die. Corbin Carroll is up to bat. 1-1 count here. That is going to be a line drive into right field. That is going to get at least 1 scored. Bases loaded. Never mind for Jock Peterson. 0-1 count. That is going to be a liner into center field. Shallow. Julio Rodriguez is there. Julio Rodriguez comes up throwing. That is not going to be in time. That is going to be out number 1 here. Bryce Elder pop up into shallow right field. Jason Dominguez catches it for out number 2. Tario Estrada is up. 0-1. That is going to be a grounder to Joey Ortiz on to second for the out. That is going to be out number 3, but not before New York gets 3 hits and 1 run. Brooks Lee is up to bat. We're going to risp. We're going to risp. Half inning. Okay. All right. Time to start taking pitches, boys. Buckle up. Get your popcorn. Get your drinks. Snack break. We're taking pitches. We got to get Ryan Nelson out of the game. 0-2 count here to Ryan Nelson, or for Ryan Nelson. That's going to be out number 1. Just need a big hit from someone. 1-1 count here from Jason Dominguez. Come on. That is going to be a liner into the opposite field. That is going to be on for a base hit. Dominguez finally checks in. We're going to take 1 pitch. We're going to run and hit. That is going to be swung on a miss. That is going to be an out. Risp. 2 on here for Cameron Decker. Jumping on the first pitch. That is going to be a grounder up the middle. On to first base. That's going to be out number 3. Man, if we don't get caught stealing, we score a run that inning. Bryce Elder, risp. Half inning. 2. Risp. Bryce Elder, risp. Risp. Okay. Jason Dominguez is on. 2 on here. 1-1 count. Jason Dominguez, liner into left. Jason Dominguez is able to take care of business. First and third, station to station. We are great. RBI single from Jason Dominguez. We are stealing second base. Nope. Stealing second base. Nope. 0-2. Cole Young strikes out. Looking. Steal second. And that gets us out of the double play. We now have runners on second and third. 1 out for Julio Rodriguez. That is going to be a pop fly into right field. Please be deep enough. Looks like it's deep enough. Safe. Huge. Cameron Decker is up. Tie ball game here in the 5th. 1-2 count here. Please, base hit. Base hit! That might score. That might score the Martian from second base. That's a heave of a throw. RBI single. Let's go. And just like that, Seattle is up 3-2. Bryce, thank you for your service. But I think at this point, do we go to Jesus Luzardo? We go to Jesus Luzardo. RISP. Half inning. Tie ball game. RISP. Trey Morgan on second. Joey Ortiz. 3-1 count. Ball 4. Jason Dominguez is up. 3-1 count. To walk the bases loaded or to hit a deep fly ball, but not deep enough. Oh, reels it in. That's Seattle in the 6th. 2 errors for Seattle. I wonder who have done those errors. Tario Estrada is up. So we are going to switch to Nick Green and RISP at bat. 1-1 here to Brome Martinez. That is going to be basically a bunt. On to first base, that is going to be out number 2. Royce Lewis at bat. 1-2 count here from Nick Green. That is going to be a liner into center. Apparently, the second you put a pitcher in who has been dealing all year, their ERA goes up to 9, and we're going to RISP. Yordi Herrera is up. 1-2 count here for Cole Young. That is going to be a liner into left. That's going to be a base hit. That is going to be a single. Okay. Julio. 3-2 count to Julio. That is going to be a liner into left, just right at him. Cameron Decker. 1-1 count. Grounded to second. That's a double play. 4-3 New York. Nick Green getting 1 extra batter. 0-2 count. Strikeout. Nick Green, hey, I'm going to go again with you. 3-2 count to Corbin Carroll. Walk. I wanted to call that strikeout. You heard me say that. Jock Peterson, 0-2 count. Strikeout. And now you're going after Soiger. 3-1. That's a grounder to Joey Ortiz. On to second. That is going to be out number 3. And through 7.5. Come on, Cal. 2-2 count. Come on. Strikeout. Brooks Lee is up to bat. Jumping on the first pitch. Liner into center. That looks like it's going to be caught. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th for us. James Wood is up to bat. 2-2 count for James Wood. That is going to be a liner into right field. Okay. Trey Morgan is up to bat. I'm just going to see if we can steal second base. Nope. We're just going to swing away. 3-2 count. That is going to be a liner into left field. Off with the pitch was James Wood. He is going to get all the way over to third base. And Trey Morgan comes in and hits, gets the job done. Joey Ortiz up to bat. First and third here. 2 outs. 1-2 count to Joey Ortiz. Strikeout. Man. Righty. Yohan Duran is not coming in today. Willian Boromine is not coming in today. I mean, I kind of have to go to Devin Williams. RISP. Royce Lewis. Last batter. 1-2 count. Strikeout. We're going to let Devin Williams go one more batter. This is his inning. 1-2 count. Strikeout. Now, Seattle, we got to come back. Jason Dominguez versus Griffin Jax. Is Griffin going to be the one to do it against us? Is he going to be the one to send us home? Dominguez is up, followed by Cole Young and Julio Rodriguez. Dominguez already 2 for 3 today. 1-1 count. Pop up. Out number 1. Griffin Jax, injured, taken out of the ball game. Lucas Urseg. 3-1 count to Cole Young. 1 for 3. Ball 4. Julio Rodriguez. Jumping on the first pitch. Grounded to second, on to second for 1, on to first. That is going to end the season for Seattle. Man, our back end of the bullpen crapped the bed for us. What else can you say? If we go look at playoff coverage, we should have won this game. Yeah, we should have won this game. We gave up 3 in the 8th for no reason. We should have won this game. We were winning 1-0, and then what happened? Anthony Volpe, Devin Williams just absolutely crapped the bed. We lost game 5. Game 6, I think we also kind of should have won. Yeah, we were winning. No, game 6, we were behind the entire time. So just a tough loss for us. Man, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. But let's go ahead and look at the playoff tree. Reds are going to the World Series again. Shocker. And we're going to just stay here and see the Reds probably take care of the Yankees in 6 games, my guess. 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. And it looks like the New York Yankees have taken care of business and have won the World Series in 2030. Let's go back. No. Kate Smith is back. We're just going to go ahead and activate. Game 7. Who wins? The Cincinnati Reds come back and win. So in the World Series, Game 1, Yankees. Game 2, Reds. Game 3, Yankees. Game 4, Yankees. So Yankees were up 3-1, and Cincinnati says, yeah, we'll take it from here. Wins 5-2, 9-8, and 10-4. Wow. So the Yankees did not have enough ice to finish it when it mattered. But that's going to be it for me for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stick around for the off-season episode. We're going to just, again, run it back with this same team. There's going to be a couple of small changes, but ultimately we have a good enough team to go run it back, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Thanks for watching.